Every single race from the 2025 Formula E season has been epic and memorable in some way. For example, we've had Wehrlein nearly dying in Sao Paulo. We've had De Vries being heroic in Monaco. And then we had him trying to kill someone in Jakarta. But no matter who you support in Formula E, you've got to admit, this season was probably the best one yet in terms of racing. So, we're going to tier all the races in a tier list. Not an original video idea, but it's a good way to get me back on after nearly like 6-7 months away. So, yeah, let's do it. First of all, Sao Paulo. Absolutely amazing. It's been a banger every time. Mitch Evans's last to first victory. First of all, that makes it one of the great races. Second of all, Taylor Barnard's podium. Amazing. McLaren's cut back through the field at the end. The first time we ever see an attack mode 4-wheel drive race. And the attack mode was absolutely amazing. It was filled with absolutely amazing moments. No 2 laps were the same. You were gripped to your seat the entire time. You couldn't leave. Now, Mexico City. Mexico City, at first, before even heading into the weekend, I was going to put it in the bottom tier because that's how rubbish I was expecting it to be. But no. It's your average Formula E race. It had great moments, some great battles. It was unexpected. Unexpectedly awesome. Which is why it feels like it should be an awesome category. But I'm racing it based off just base here. There was that safety car moment, and to be honest, as a, as a British person, I've got to let it slide. I probably wouldn't if I was anyone else. Now the first Jeddah. Great race. Pit boost was wonderful in that race. Max Günther's last lap overtake after losing out on the pit boost stops was brilliant. It was down to the last few corners as well, like 3 corners to go, he makes that overtake round the outside. Sure, it may be down on energy, but that's usually like it in Formula E. It's down on energy, you know? Now, Jeddah 2, the second Jeddah race. I'm going to put it just behind the first one in the great tier. It was the closest to a peloton race we got at that part of the season. And, it didn't feel like a peloton. Now, all these 4 races are great, right? All these races deserve some well doneness to them. But then, I don't think anyone can argue with me in putting Miami in the bottom tier. Monaco 1.
Look at Barnard there on the outside of Wehrlein, side by side.
It's Formula E. Of course, it's going to go top tier. I was fearful that pit boost was going to take away all the Formula E-ness of Monaco, but it did quite the opposite. And Barnard versus Rowland, we had that before the pit boost stops. After the pit boost stops, we just had absolute chaos. Monaco 2, best race of the season. If you want to watch any Formula E race, watch the second Monaco one, right? First. Because that is a wet race done right. We had that here comes Nyck De Vries moment, and then Sebastian Buemi. Now the first Tokyo race, still could be worse. Okay, sorry about this, guys. I can't find any footage for this race, so I'm just going to skip it. And it deserves to go higher, so yeah. Straight to Tokyo 2. Tokyo 2! Top of great tier. That's why we have these tight and twisty street circuits still in Formula E. It delivers. Shanghai 1. Great tier. Probably going to put Saudi 1 just in front of that, but it was still a great race. We had that peloton stage at the early part, which, to be fair, was a bit chaotic, but it didn't last very long. And then...
This is the final opportunity into the chicane, Tom. Does Dictum go for it? He does! He goes through on the outside, but look at Burn trying to find his way through. Max Günther takes his 7th Formula E career victory here in Shanghai, but who gets second place on the podium? Burn. It's Burn! It's a 1-2!
Shanghai 2. It could be worse. It was better than Tokyo, mainly because of the sheer amounts of spinning in that race. Jakarta. Here comes Nyck De Vries, 2 places in 1! I'm not sure where to place this one. I'm thinking average Formula E or bottom of grey. I'm going to go average Formula E. Now, Berlin won.
We go green in Berlin, and Evans doesn't move!
I remember it due to the sheer amount of chaos near the very end of this one, so I'm going to put it in the average Formula E category, behind Mexico. Berlin 2. I'm going to put before Jakarta, in front of Jakarta in the average Formula E race. Because it was a good race. A good race, yeah? London won!
The worst guy that wanted to be behind. Guys, what the f*** are you thinking doing this? You need a risk. You need a f***ing risk. Stupid. No update of f***ing gaps. Nothing. Stupid.
Backman has less than 2
No,
minutes
behind this f***ing idiot. He's the worst guy to be behind on this f***ing track. And you guys behind him. Guy can't even hit a f***ing apex. Stupid, guys. I'm f***ing wasting half his f***ing attack because of that. Look at this guy. Can't even hit a f***ing apex.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Honestly, really good. I say don't over f***ing react, and look what happens. You put behind this absolute idiot.
Still could be worse. The reason why I'm putting it there is because we had Mitch Evans raging throughout. Yeah, Dan Ticktum absolutely sending it and then eliminating himself from the race. And yeah, it wasn't bad. In fact, we're going to put in average Formula E. Bottom of average Formula E though. London 2.
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bomb is shaped like a deer.
I'm going to put behind everything else and say it was a great race. The first 10 laps, I don't know how Nick Cassidy kept the lead for it, but it was carnage. And then we had Oliver Rowland going back to his old roots, which I'm not happy about. So, that is the Formula E race tier list, ladies and gents. I've done this because, yeah, I felt like it. But all these races are memorable in some way. I can remember one moment from them. Barnard's overtaking Berlin, for example. Here comes Nick de Vries in Monaco. Wehrlein and Rowland's collision. Look though at Vern. Max GUENTHER. Oliver Rowland becoming a menace on the track. I can remember something from all of these races. And let me just say, every race in the season was decent. Was brilliant. Were brilliant. Apart from these three at the bottom. Right? You three, you are some bad boys. Especially you, Miami. You sucked. And not because Wehrlein won. But that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to absolutely destroy the like button, smash the subscribe button. I'm hoping to bring some racing content to this channel. And so, until next time, it's been me, Harry Gaming, and I'm out.